think banks are going to join in. I mean, I know at the moment it makes, it's a massive hurdle to actually look at regulation and but it's probably like more difficult in the US as well. I mean, in Europe, you already have like, banks like looking at like ways to basically dip into this world, whether it's with subsidiaries. And I don't think central banks and treasuries or governments are going to be able to resist it, because it makes so much sense in terms of like basically democratizing finance. And if they're going to come out with CBDs, with central bank currencies, it's sort of like a system where those currencies are going to be migrating as well. So for me, I don't see how you can cut one side, and I totally agree that, of course, at the moment it's very difficult to have like both legs, and to be traditional finance and to migrate and to extend into crypto. But I think in the end, banks will find a way that happens. And I think if one thing, banks are like extremely smart in terms of like looking at new ways of like doing business and new ways of like making profits. And I think it's like all about potentially tightening your profit margin a bit. But if you actually have like a world of like much higher money velocity, much higher credit, if your dollar is used like 10 times a day instead of like using once, then suddenly it doesn't really matter that your margin squeezed by like 10 times. So I think banks will embrace one way or the other. And if they don't, I think it's the crypto world that is going to move towards banks, toward like, which I would call the shadow banking. And I don't see how that's going to disappear anytime soon.